Hey guys, welcome to Heart to Talk, the podcast. I am your host, Teresa Caesar, and you are listening to episode 48. Big dreams create the magic that stirs men's souls to greatness. Bill McCartney. Today's guest, Jon Paul Allyn, is a working actor and happens to be a longtime friend. He'll be sharing with us how he decided to choose greatness over fun and started doing the work that has allowed him to have the best 12 months of his life. One of the most exciting highlights within these 12 months of Jon Paul Allyn's life is his feature film debut and supporting part in a really big movie that's coming out called The Menu. So friends, let's get started. So tell us who you are.
My name is Jon Paul Allyn. I grew up in Tucson, Arizona. I've been friends with your podcast host for nearly 30 years, and I am a working actor. Career-wise, it's been the best year of my life because I was fortunate enough to have a supporting part in a really big movie that's coming out called The Menu.
Can you give us a quick little summary? What is it about?
So The Menu is a dark comedy. It is about a group of 12 people that are invited to an island to eat a world-class dinner by a world-class renowned chef played by Ralph Fiennes, and some of the hijinks that follow. It's directed by Mark Malloy, produced by Adam McKay. The studio behind it is Fox Searchlight Pictures. It's going to be everywhere in theaters on November 18th, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's going to be my feature film debut, and I'm especially looking forward to a lot of ex-girlfriends watching it. My pettiness will never die.
But I'm happy to see that you've evolved. I could just see a different energy and how you're showing up.
I would say in the last 12 months, it has been the best year of my career, and it is the work behind it to get it there has also made it one of the best years mentally and spiritually for me moving forward. It's not like winning the lottery, getting into feature films, but there is some luck involved, but there's a lot of hard work and a lot of sacrifice. So
that's amazing. Would you say that you've always been someone that has done the work behind the scenes, or what has gotten you to that point?
No. I spent the majority of my life chasing fun and chasing girls and trying and doing the best job that I could of not accepting the responsibility of what I knew I had inside of me, but was scared to tap into it. You know what I mean? Like,
it's powerful.
It takes a lot to carve out your place in this world, no matter what the industry is, especially when you're talking about one that is so competitive, that has millions already doing it, millions that wake up every single day wanting to do it. And I chose fun over greatness for a very long time. And then finally I started doing the work. And then I realized how much work it is, but I love the work and I love the results.
I love that. I love that you said you chose fun over greatness, but now would you say you choose greatness over fun?
I want to be a good person first.
Oh, I love that.
Like there's a lot of spectacularly successful, famous, infamous people that aren't good people. I've just tried to live the most genuine and authentic life that I possibly can because I didn't always do that.
Do you feel like your definition of success has changed?
Yeah, it has, because I'll tell you a funny story. So I just got on Friday, I just got a requested audition for a 7-episode arc on an HBO show that just so happens to be my dad's favorite show.
Oh my gosh.
I had no idea. And truthfully, I had never watched it. I was like, you know what, Dad? I tell you what, I'm gonna get that show for you. That's gonna be my gift for you for Father's Day. Who knows if I do, but my gauge of success is only making the people that have loved me, supported me, been there for me, given me the tough truths, the hard facts, making them proud, making them smile. That's my gauge of success. And paying my, a rent or a mortgage.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real.
Yeah, I do like to manage my expectations, but like honestly, it's like I want those people to be happy. I want those people to be proud. That's success to me.
So what inspired you to dream this dream, and not only inspire, but have the courage to chase it,
Well,
essentially?
acting was always my backup plan. I tried everything else under the sun because I knew, like in my heart, I was like, I can always act. I knew it. And I'm not trying to be cocky. I'm not, but I always knew. So the dream was always there. And it started the first movie I ever went to, and obviously I'm going to date myself, but was Top Gun. It started there. Growing up, yeah, I played sports. Yeah, I messed around in the desert, caught rattlesnakes, dirt bikes, huge on BMX. Obviously, hanged with our friends Cork, Ron, and Tom, and all that. But any other free time that I had, it was spent watching movies, and it was spent like wishing that I could be a part of that.
You and I had a conversation, and we talked about choices, the decision.
I had a friend that was talking about doing comedy recently. And I said, well, do you know what the difference is between you and those people? And she's like, no. And I said, effort. That's the start. That's the start, is effort. Literally getting up and dedicating yourself to what you want the most over what you want now. And sometimes going to war with the person in the mirror. And it takes knowing that what you want is on the opposite side of the discipline that you lack and the fear that is hindering you from tapping in to what is best inside you. Now, for me, I had Andy Matheny. I had an acting instructor that looked, God, I always get emotional when I talk about her. I had somebody that looked at me and looked inside me and gave me license to believe in myself, the license to unlock that irrational confidence.
Ooh, I love that irrational confidence.
And that belief in self to go out there in a very cynical world that is full of tough competitors and say, yeah, I can do that. And it takes a lot. It does not matter what field it is. If you want to make something of yourself in this world, if you want to be the best that you can possibly be, it's going to take sacrifice. It's going to take discipline that maybe you have discipline, but guess what? There's somebody out there that has more,
Do you feel like your willpower is activated?
No one that's going to outwill me, outwork me, or, be more fanatical about going after this, because like I said, I've done a lot of other things, good and bad, but this was what I was meant to do.
But you feel like the switch is on, like not halfway, not dim, but it's
there's no off. There's no off.
Yeah, I love that there's no off.
Yeah, there's no off. No.
I love that there's no turning off.
If you stay focused and you keep on going, you got to have You got to have tunnel vision. And it really is about effort, and it's between you and you. You got to wake up every single day almost in a maniacal fashion and just be like really truly pissed off for greatness. Like,
I love that. Pissed off for great. I'm honored and grateful to be connected and have you on the podcast.
like I'm so proud of you. I mean,
Yeah.
I love what you're doing. I love the empowerment for both sexes, the messages that you're putting out there. Our friendship is nearly 30 years old.
And we look 30. How's that possible?
I
Actually, we look
know
20. Well, we look 25. I mean, just saying.
we are the Benjamin Buttons of human
We
count.
are. Age of Adeline, Benjamin Button over here. We
Yeah,
are.
no,
I love it. Well, before I ask you the ending questions,
okay.
is there anything else that you feel like you want to share, tip, a message?
Okay, here's a memory for you. Do you remember when I was going through the Road Rules casting?
Yes, I do.
Remember that?
I remember that. Yeah.
All right.
Totally.
So Corky took me to the Blockbuster Music. He took me there to fill out the application for it. And the guy behind the counter was reluctant to give it to me. And he was saying, he's like, me and my girlfriend, we auditioned or we tried for it last year. And they sent us a letter. And it's just a bunch of BS, man. I wouldn't even waste your time. There's no way that they're going to pick a guy from Tucson, is what he told me. Well, you remember how that process played out. I actually ended up getting cast for it. I went through the entire casting process, got cast for Semester at Sea, but ended up declining it. Because I was in love with a girl and I didn't want to leave her.
Oh, God. Who knew?
I know,
you were such a lover boy, romantic.
But my point is that I don't care where you are in life. I don't care what town you grew up in. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Because honestly, the difference between you and the people that you look up to for whatever reason, or the people that you want to aspire to for whatever reason, is at one point they decided, F it. I believe in myself. I don't care what anyone says. I believe in myself. I believe that I can do this. You can. You absolutely can. And, dream with your eyes open. Don't close them waiting for the perfect time, waiting for the perfect situation, because it's never going to happen. And you're never going to be perfect. But your effort can be, and what you can get out of it can be as fulfilling as you need it to be.
I love that. That was well said, my friend.
Thank you. My publicist wrote it.
Yeah, it was pretty deep. That's bomb. We'll give her a little shout out, Loki. Okay, I'm going to ask you, per tradition, these ending questions. The first one I have for you. What is your favorite quote?
Well, it's actually a song lyric. Is that all right?
What? Yeah, there's no rules.
All right. Wednesday, January 25th, 1997, Stanley Performing Arts Center, Utica, New York. Dave Matthews, Tim Reynolds did a song called Number 41. They called it creatively. As it was the 41st song that they wrote, they called it Number 41. There's a line in that song that changed my life when I was 18, and I've held on to it since. And the line is, I will go in this way, and I will find my own way out. I won't tell you what to be, but I'm coming to a much more me. That's been a guiding light for my life since I heard it. And that's how I feel. Like no matter what happens, I'm going to make sure that whatever I come out of this as, I'm going to be a much more me. I'm going to be a much more version of myself.
Love it.
Yeah.
Bomb. All right. Second question. What is your favorite book?
My favorite book, honestly, is The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein.
Oh.
It's the lesson of unconditional love. And but a very close second is the autobiography of Malcolm X with Alex Haley. And then my third probably be The Alchemist. Paulo Coelho. Yeah.
Powerful. Love those.
Yeah.
All right. In the last question, what does success mean for you?
It's making the people that have been there with and for me and shown me the sort of unconditional love that I was taught by my mother and by that book. I mean, it was more my mother and my father. It's making them proud. Just making everyone that has shown their love and support, and especially the people that have remained, because have
you been hard to love?
Yeah. There's been I've given many people plenty of reasons to walk away, and most of them I don't begrudge. So unconditional love and that support is just something I've always wanted to repay. And lately I've been able to do that. And I hope to continue to do that. And that's what successful mean to me. It's not being famous, although I don't think I'll be able to help that. It's not awards, though I look forward to doing the kind of work that will allow me to even be in the conversation forum. It's just knowing, it's saying like, oh my God, I'm Jon Paul's my friend, or, Uncle Johnny, that's my uncle, or that's my son. That's success to me. That's all I want.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode. I do hope that you enjoyed my conversation with Jon Paul Allyn. Please remember to download this episode and any other favorite episodes of Heart to Talk, the podcast. Also, be sure to find me on Instagram and Facebook for updates on this podcast, as well as other projects that I'm involved with. Otherwise, friends, I'll be back in 2 weeks.